Hello, everyone. This is Michael Fair from FilmFestivalCircuit.com, and today we are talking about the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival Winter 2024, which is coming up in less than 2 weeks on February the 13th at the Plaza Theater in Atlanta. For those of you that don't know the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival, the content is specifically geared towards a mature audience. It's not suitable for children. That doesn't mean that it's all horror films. We have horror comedy, experimental, music videos, dark drama, animation, science fiction. You name it, we have it, but it's things that are maybe, rated R or in that area. At least you just don't want to show your kids. And that's kind of the point. There's a lot of mainstream film festivals out there that show content for a general audience. And we wanted to make a forum so that screenwriters, filmmakers could present their work at an event that was specifically their target audience. And that's what Atlanta After Dark is. And today we are joined by the Best Experimental Film Award finalists from the film American Gothic, and we're joined by the Bomar brothers. What's up, guys?
Hi, we're doing great. I'm Grant Bomar. I was the director of the film and also a co-writer for it.
I'm Dean Bomar. I was the DP, co-writer, and editor for the film.
And he also helped compose the original score.
Yes.
All right. Who created that cool poster?
So this was a collaboration between myself and our producer and dad, Jeffrey. And we composited a couple images together, some Photoshop work, and got it printed out in time for its premiere back in September last year.
Yeah, they did a photo shoot while we were filming and got these pictures of them. And then they put in a still from the film in the background of the church we shot at.
Very cool. Well, one of you tell me, what's the basic synopsis? What's the film's about? What is it about?
American Gothic is it's an experimental film. It's a shorter version of a 22-minute long film, but the general kind of conceit is it's about these twins, their siblings. They're never given names, just brother and sister, who are revisiting their childhood home, and they're reminiscing about their memories and their identities, and they find a real film that contradicts with what their memories are of what happened in their childhood, and kind of exploring the permeations of their reality as it morphs along the lines of their memories coming in conflict with something that's saying that what happened in their past is different than it actually was.
Gotcha. All right. Well, this question is for both of you. I don't know who wants to take it first, but what are your motivations for being involved in this film at all? Like, why spend your time on this film? Was there an inspirational moment? Is there somewhere where the story came from? And what resonated with this story that you wanted to turn it into a film?
So this film came about as a result of a couple of months of production work we were doing with a crew of people in Atlanta after we did a 48-hour film project called Self-Portraits, or How to Talk Endearingly to Possible Victims. It won an Audience Choice Award, and we had a lot of people together, and we were gearing up to produce a longer film called Just My Type that we were in the process of writing a script for. Things, weren't lined up. It was an ambitious project, and we still had everyone together, and we had this location in North Carolina that we'd shot at in 2015 for a youth film that was really conducive and great for horror. A lot of abandoned buildings from the turn of the century, like late 1800s, early 1900s. And we just thought it would be a great idea to shoot a horror film there. So it kind of just came about as a result of having a lot of resources and people together and being ready to make something. And as a kind of an exploration of some further ideas, we were having films about identity and kind of that whole mind-bending genre that we've been, like surrealism that we've been trying to express in our work. And we just kind of had all the resources lined up, and this is what turned out.
Yeah, and it gave us an opportunity to practice some of the improv filmmaking we've been experimenting with. The months leading up to it, we had worked with our actors extensively in improv practices and improv acting to hone their skills, and it really shows in the film. The actors give great performances, and a lot of the lines are improvised based off motivations that we give them in the moment, or ideas that we give them.
All right. Sounds like you learned a lot during this film. It's like a little piece of film school. What'd you learn?
Actually, funnily enough, we were in the process of taking a film school class while shooting the project. So I have some resources for the film that were kind of done in tandem with the college class. But it was very instructional from a lot of standpoints. It was the first film that we shot on location in another state.
Yeah, it taught us a lot about managing resources and actors in a location. We had to rent the rooms, handle their vehicles that kept breaking down, handle getting food to the cast and crew, and that kind of stuff that we hadn't really tackled in prior projects.
Also, from a technical standpoint, it was a good jumping off point for several new types of equipment. We were working with using sync sound audio. Previously, we'd used in our earlier films an onboard mic system into the camera, so we had some more advanced technology with that, and just various editing processes that Dean was experimenting with for creating some of the experimental kind of like rapid flashing image sequences in the film.
We also got a new camera specifically for the film and anamorphic lenses that we learned how to use. We had never used anamorphic before that, and we thought it really helped capture the landscape that we were shooting and the set that we picked.
Yeah. And probably the biggest learning point for the film was our kind of foray into using practical effects. We had, they're not in the 5-minute cut quite as much, but there's one scene, I don't want to spoil the movie, but there's one scene in particular in the experimental cut that's going to screen at the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival, where we had to fill up a cup with blood and use an air compressor to shoot it out. Which was an interesting process, and learning using the tubes and creating our own mixture of blood with corn syrup and food starches and other things.
Okay. Well, at the festival, it sounds like you guys are going to be there. Would you like to make any film industry connections while you're there? Is there anybody you're looking to meet to maybe help out with future projects?
Well, we probably like to meet other actors and people who can help out with like just working in future projects. Sound technicians, maybe.
we need good sound people, and we're always looking for actors too. Between Dad's Garage and Drama Inc., there's a lot of untapped actors we are yet to meet, and they're always great to work with.
For sure. Well, good stuff. Was there anyone that you would like to thank that wasn't able to make this interview today?
I mean, the entire cast and the crew of the film. We're gonna have. I think Trevor Santiago is one of the crew for the film that is going to be at the festival. I want to thank him for going out of his way to help us out, and I'd like to thank the festival judges for the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival for accepting the film.
Yeah, and our mom and dad, they were the producers of the film, and they organized the whole thing, got us there on time, and it really helped with the director here get the actors in order and keep the whole set moving forward. So they were the producers of the project.
All right. Well, I appreciate the kind words for the judges. Sounds like a great project, and I can't wait to screen it in front of an audience. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
we're excited too. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No worries. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Please make sure to rate, log, and review the film on Letterboxd if you've seen it.
And if you go to our website, bigboardfilms.com, you can check out the 22-minute cut of the short one if you like what you see.
All right. Good stuff. Thank you so much for your time, guys.
All right, thank you.